Sweden, home of ABBA, part of the land of the midnight sun, maker of Volvo,
Fine cars.
designer of IKEA, those three-dimensional jigsaw puzzles, breeder of the much sought-after Swedish au pair or nanny, who put joy on the face of many a rich husband or father.
Yeah, I saw the 1970s film as well. Yes.
But more recently, Sweden is becoming somewhat, as Donald Trump would say, a shithole country. Who would have thought that in the space of 20 years or so, Sweden has changed from being the envy of the world for living standards to no-go areas in the boroughs of Stockholm? And the reason? Diversity is our strength, Swedish politicians would say. So now, areas of the country's capital are more dangerous than downtown Baghdad. These days in Stockholm, somebody is murdered every 28 hours. And bombings are almost part of the furniture. So much so that estate agents state in their copy for some of their properties that no bombs go off in that area. So you get the blurb about the property and they'll say this is a bomb-free zone. And the gang lords aren't even in Sweden. They have their foot soldiers do their bidding by phone from Turkey and Iraq. The problem is that Sweden opened her doors too wide and let all and sundry in, as did Angela Merkel in Germany, who opened her arms, but closed them again when things got a little bit too much out of hand. So much so, Germany is closing its borders. France also has its hotspots with certain no-go areas in Paris and the huge migrant camps in Calais. Eventually, the camps in Calais, will cross the sea to the UK, and the government, not so much as asleep at the wheel, simply don't want to start the engine of the system to restrict the number of dinghies going across. So all we need to do is look at Sweden, see how many women are being raped these days and by who are being murdered and for why, and why politicians are keeping tight-lipped about it. It isn't because everything is plain sailing and that the communities are thriving, because the politicians would be salting their.
Yeah, cool. Yeah.
There you are. Over to you now.
Wow. Well, I'd say, yeah, this is an unknown thing. Just give it me. There's lots of debates everywhere about it.
Here's another one. This is another one.
Yeah. It's not I'm careful with my wording. It's just I'm trying to be very, let's say, balanced on this. Yeah. Is immigration a good thing for a country? Yeah, it brings in new blood, new ideas, everything else. Yeah. From that, what do you expect? You expect people coming to your country to contribute to your country, to your life. Yeah. Or hopefully.
Yeah. Why would you expect that?
Well, I'd expect the politicians sitting at the top to encourage this. I do ask the questions, why do we need to import doctors and people like this when
that's a whole other
okay,
debate.
Yeah, but I'm touching on it, yeah. I'm trying to think, yeah, I'm not going to go aggressively, immigration is bad, stop all immigration. This is what I'm trying to avoid doing. But what is happening now is the inverted commas, indigenous populations of the country are seeing an influx of people that don't share their values. Yeah. Or it could be that perfectly acceptable culture, well, not saying acceptable culture, yeah. It's possible that these people coming in don't have a culture that's acceptable in their own country of origin as well. Yeah. So we look at it that way. Yeah. People that visited, for example, Qatar during the World Cup understood that disrespect to women would not be tolerated. Yeah. Okay, it's Qatar. Okay, I don't agree with everything Qatar, but you understand what I'm saying there. So if I use that as part of it there, okay, there's not people from Qatar, oddly enough, doing the channel crossing and coming to the UK or coming to Europe. Not channel crossing, doing the crossing and coming to Europe. People from other countries are. Are these people acceptable citizens in their own country? Is a question I'm going to ask. Yeah. Is a way of going on. Are they good ambassadors for their country of origin? Is the other question I'm going to ask. Yeah. I'm going to say we've got enough problems within our own indigenous, within Europe, with bad people who are born, yeah, of the same culture, the family, yeah, without importing these others, yeah, and especially if it's unrestricted, yeah. If you have restricted immigration, you know who's coming in. You and I, for example, I know it's not a direct example. When we moved to Brazil, we had to prove who we were.
But it is a direct example, and yet you're absolutely right.
I had to prove I
Do
didn't
it,
have,
do it
yeah,
in the right way. Do it in the right way.
yeah,
You declare who you are, what you
yeah,
want to do here,
yeah.
and
I mean, the difference is I haven't come here and got government handouts for everything.
no,
Um, I have to be very self-sufficient. My
I
wife,
don't think the government gives us handouts, to be quite
they
honest.
don't, they don't. They provide me with healthcare. Thank you.
Yeah.
If I want state healthcare, normally my wife says I will go and pay for it. Um, they provide me, well, with law and order, police on the streets. Yeah. I do have some library facilities here and education facilities should I require them or want them. Yeah. Again, it's not quite like it is in the UK where you go and get a book out, but there are libraries where I can go and sit and read a book. Yeah. If I particularly want to. There are also, yeah, other facilities, training facilities. Yeah, I do get probably good facilities for free here. Yeah. So if you like, I get things, okay, that I pay taxes for. And I'll still pay taxes here. I don't have to vote here. Yeah. Like you don't. Or we're not particularly that bothered.
I'm not a national. I'm not a national.
That's it. Yeah. I know.
I'm a,
Yeah, I could probably go to be one. But I mean, I'd have to, yeah. But what end would that serve me? But yeah, but I'm not here as an economic migrant. Yeah. I'm here because I choose to be here for whatever reasons. I'm married to somebody who got a little bit homesick in the UK. I don't care where I live. Yeah. Life is a struggle sometimes. It's fun, but it's a struggle.
always,
Yeah.
the hard times, when I look backwards and look at the hard times is when I laugh,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I smile.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoy my life here. As you see, I'm smiling. People say I seem happier living here for whatever reason. Um, yeah, probably because I don't have to worry about the crap show that the UK is becoming. But yeah. Yeah, sounds very negative. No, I shouldn't say it. But yeah, we come here, and I like to think I contribute to society here. Yeah, I pride myself on being professional. Yeah, being polite to people. I live here. Yeah, I'm here as almost a guest. I'm here at the government's sufferance. Yeah, which yeah, therefore I obey the rules, the laws. Yeah, I'm very careful how I interact with people. Yeah. Now, blatantly, yeah, you know, as we do, we don't all meet up as a load of, I'm going to use the term gringos, yeah, or British, yeah. We don't all meet together and mass in a crowd somewhere in a square somewhere and cause problems, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and the only time I've met other
All three of us.
all three of us, yeah, yeah, we're not a big community here. Most of us are getting old and dying out. You know, it's sort of a yeah. I mean, yeah. If you want somewhere good to retire, I recommend Brazil. You know, but yeah, let's be honest. I mean, we've got enough problems here. We've got enough of our own internal problems here. But um, yeah, but that's what I expect. You know, if you move to a country, you respect the customs. Um, okay, I'm a I'm a Christian. I'm a Catholic. I prefer Catholic over Christian, and I've explained this before. Um, I've moved to the biggest Catholic country in the world, therefore that's not a big change. You'd have thought it is in many ways, yeah. Um, but I don't impose my views, my religious views on anyone. Um, I'm not saying everyone should become British-like, yeah, uh, because I don't want that. I don't wish that upon the Brazilians, to be quite honest. Yeah. I'm here because I'm here for the laughs sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Um, so yeah, you go to a country, you respect it. This is what these people are incapable of doing. They want to bring whatever their religion is or faith there. Okay, fair enough. You can have your mosques. You can have your way of going on. Yeah. You can have your retreats in the middle of a field somewhere. Yeah. I don't, nobody really cares. You do that. If you want to have an open day at a mosque where people can come in and see what your religion or your faith is about, great. Yeah. Do the selling on it. Yeah. I'm quite happy to do that. I'll see that. Yeah. Um, but behave in a way that's acceptable. There should be more things if you get caught transcending the culture of a land or the rules. You get on, you're put on a plane and you're sent back to your country of origin or a country close to your country of origin, if that's not possible. Yeah. Or be it in the back of a C-130. Yeah. Just open the doors and out you go. Yeah. It's a if it's good enough for our troops, it's good enough for to ship people back to countries. Um, yeah, that is how I look at it. I'm not against people coming in, and there are many, many people from Islamic countries, and let's be honest, it's Islamic countries, yeah, doing this, and probably not, and probably a bit unfair African, um, who moved to Europe and have contribute a lot. They open up a shop, hopefully legitimately, yeah, um, a restaurant, yeah, they provide things that people want. Okay, they're contributing to society. They're earning money doing it, but they're contributing. Yeah. This notion that you can just go there. But the other problem is they're going there and being homeless. The country evidently has an issue. These countries have an issue trying to feed and service their own populations. To bring in surplus population and have them living on the streets and then providing them with medical and other assistance over and above what they sometimes give the indigenous populations can't be right. And any politician that thinks this is not being noticed is living in a different universe. Yeah. Okay, we don't want people dying everywhere, but and also to not enforce the law with these people and to brush it under the carpet. And let's be honest, there are women suffering, and it is mainly women, and probably some younger children as well, boys and whatever else. Yeah, I'm hearing all sorts of reports, and again, yeah, and these are being substantiated by police. That they should face the full threat of the law. But how many prisons can you build? Yeah. they should either be put to prison or sent back to their country of origin to serve a sentence, or just purely sent back to their place of origin. They are proving that they are not suitable candidates to be living in a country, yeah, where
Well, I
things are.
think I think in Sweden's case, which was the start of this little
Yeah,
this podcast here, the, the country has lost control of itself.
yeah,
The government has lost control, doesn't know what to do.
yeah.
It's so overwhelming,
Mm.
and the politicians are never going to say that they got it wrong. And because they're never going to say they got it wrong, they're never going to put the borders up,
Well,
and it's going to get worse. I mean, what what is the biggest number one export from Afghanistan? It's
I'm
opium.
guessing it's, yeah, I was going to say it's not illegal.
It's
It's not a
opium.
legal thing, or not
That's right.
directly
That's
legal.
right.
Yeah,
That's right. I mean, the CIA were guarding the
yeah.
poppy fields. American troops were guarding the poppy fields,
Mm.
and and so you get the Afghanis that go to the west.
Mm.
They're not so much fleeing Afghanistan. It could well be that they're more making the bridge between Afghanistan and the opium uh, dealers in the UK.
Yeah. Well,
It's not rocket science.
no, I mean, okay, the British Empire was built on addiction and slavery. Yeah, we know that, but that's in history, and that's very often what gets used. Oh, you're only reaping what you sowed. That is in the past, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Um. Now, yeah, because the other side of it is the politicians are running scared of these people, and I don't know why. Maybe they see potential votes in the future and all that, which again is not best serving the people they should be serving now. I mean, I have a view of the politicians across Europe that the people should be removing them early now.
Yep. Yep.
I don't know how to do it. I'm not going to suggest anyways.
Now,
I
let's see
know.
what happens on Sunday. Sunday is when Germany has its elections.
Mm. Well, they've been trying to
We do,
ban the. They're
yeah,
trying to.
we do this podcast on a Thursday.
Yeah.
So, a couple of days from now, it's going to be the public are going to say what they want. Let's see if the politicians abide by what the public say.
Yeah, but they're trying to ban. They're trying to ban the party that is advocating a control.
Well, they've got
Uh,
until Sunday to do it.
well, yeah, they haven't been. Yeah, well, it's not there. And let's be honest. There's a rather big country, the other side of the Atlantic, that is watching very carefully what is happening in the middle of Europe. Whether you and this country just happens to be told to stay out of European politics, but to pay for it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I can imagine this rather big country being a little bit angry at the moment as well about things. Yeah.
That's a whole, we do these podcasts, and I bring
Mm,
these subjects to the podcasts, and it was
mm.
so tempting
Yeah, no, it's too obvious.
to bring the subject exactly of the relationship between the US and Europe and
Yeah.
in Ukraine. But
Mm.
I feel it's been covered so much in the
Yeah.
national debate that
Well,
it'll just be a small voice shouting.
no, I mean, yeah, we all know what's going on. We even privately between ourselves, we've been speaking the unspoken and about that as well. And even, yeah, so, in quite some length of one thing I put on a group chat. Um, yeah, that's yeah, us people on the ground, we know exactly what's going on, or our perception of what's going on as well. Yeah. Um, all I will say to the politicians in Europe is be very careful
Yeah,
because
for what you're told.
you're going to end up with you might have your own ideas and agendas running on about how you're going to deal with things. You've got to deal with the present now, and subduing and pushing the indigenous populations down is going to reap you quite a surprise very quickly. And don't forget, us people on the ground now, we're a lot more educated than we ever were in the past. We have the ability to communicate with each other in the past in ways we didn't have ever had before. Yeah. Um, you're trying to shut down our abilities to do that. You're trying to shut down our education on things or trying to re-educate us. Yeah. You're not going to get through on that. And you're trying to starve us as well at the same time. You are going to reap something that you're not going to be able to control. Yeah. And that's all I'm going to say to the European people across the European leaders. Yeah. And you don't have an ally where you used to have an ally. Yeah.
So Mark has spoken.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Goodbye, everybody.